Welcome to part 11 of Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and in this episode, we are going to be taking on the Atlantean trenches so that we could take down those Sonic Emitters that's turning the people of Atlantis crazy. Even though the people of Atlantis are crazy as it is, because Namor had taught them to hate humans. Save for Namorita, who actually happens to be the only smart person in the entirety of Atlantis. Now, we have our own problem. See, we're down two people, Iron Man and Luke Cage. And I just accidentally went backwards. Oh, snap. Well, it's kinda hard to actually get your bearing considering that you don't have anything to control the camera with. Like, the shoulder buttons doesn't shift the camera anyway, so you practically have to discover where you're going by just wandering around. Oh, and if you think that there's a save point after you saved Namor, nope. There's no save point. Yeah, you're basically just SOL there, because until you actually deal with the problem that is here in Atlantis, or should I say, go on the way to taking down those Sonic Emitters, you're not going to be able to save at all. Because there's only 2 save points throughout the entirety of Atlantis. Yeah, it's kind of stupid, I know, but still. They're trying to make the levels challenging as the game goes on.
Stop the humans!
So, how are we gonna survive with just 2 people? Simple. Melee. Nothing but melee. And we just gotta pray that Cap survive. Oh, and by the way, there's also death charges here. So be careful. You don't want to lose any more of your men like me. Oh, and speaking of being careful, we've got our boss battle with the henchmen.
Then these
Byrrah
humans
and
are as
Krang.
foolish as they are weak, my cousin. They
Byrrah
stand
and
no
Krang
chance against
are,
our
I do
combined
believe,
might.
the loyal lieutenants of Namor. But seeing as how they're under hypnotism, they aren't pretty sure of what they're doing. But then again, they hate humans just as much as Namor do. So
But acting
therefore,
as guards has put us in Attuma's
we're
good
gonna have to
graces.
beat them up in order to
And that
take
puts
down the
us
Sonic Emitter. Not
near
to
the
mention,
throne.
there's still the matter of Attuma.
And down
Now
the road,
that guy,
who is to say
he's
what might
just
happen
as bad
to
as
King
Namor,
Attuma,
if not
eh,
worse.
cousin?
If I'm not mistaken,
feelings
Attuma
exactly.
also is one of the people
Now let
who
us
go
dispose
behind
of these
Namor's back
interlopers
to
and
start a
prove
war
to
with
Attuma
Atlantis.
just how
And then some
trustworthy
misunderstanding
we are.
happens, and then Namor has to clean up the misunderstanding, but still goes to war with all the humans
Now
because
we'll
Namor is a
die.
douche. I cannot stress that enough. But with that said, folks, the Atlanteans, or at least these guys, can actually be taken down really swiftly by Deadpool's guns. But also, it would be in your best interest to deal with Krang as opposed to dealing with Byrrah, because Krang, he's the faster of the two while Byrrah's the stronger of the two. And Byrrah has only 2 hands, and he barely blocks. So that way, you'd be able to actually do some serious damage to Byrrah. As opposed to Krang, who can block his hits and dash across the screen. I mean, these 2 can actually kick your behind if you're not careful. But we're actually doing a good job without Iron Man and Luke Cage. Then again, if you don't know Deadpool, well then I guess you might want to read up on him. Deadpool's the merc with a mouth, and this is the same merc with a mouth that ended up in a love triangle with Death and Thanos.
The trespassers!
You all know about Thanos from Avengers Infinity War. You should have aimed for the head. I don't feel so good. That was me snapping in the background. But yes, that was one Sonic Emitter, and I think we just pissed off a bunch of Atlanteans. Then again, they're the ones who let the Masters of Evil put this stuff in their lake. So, it's their fault.
You are officially a loser.
I mean, it's kind of obvious the Masters of Evil's behind all this. Oh, and that big armored guard, you might want to take down too because he steals focus. That's another enemy that does that. Oh, and one last thing. Make sure you explore your surroundings, because I do believe this is the area where we get the Daredevil figurine. 1 of 5 anyway. I thought there was 10, but there's actually 5. I mean, that was kind of a mistake on my part. But one of the Daredevil figurines, you're going to have to
Destroy the
free some guy later on. I'll show you where it is. But for right now, we're going to have to beat up some more Atlantians. Make use of the Death Chargers. Sorry, I'm just repeating myself here. Throwing people in Death Chargers will kill them quickly. That'll get rid of the surrounding hordes, and more importantly, that would make the whole battle with the Atlantians a lot better. Oh! Save point! Yes! Yes! We've got here, and we managed to get here on the second.
You will never leave
not
here
the third,
alive.
the second emitter. So with that said, we could have saved right then and there after we dealt with these guys, but instead we're gonna actually get our teammates back once we're finished with this. But a little word of warning, folks, if you see a save point after going through such a long distance, by all means save. This isn't the first stage that actually has save points far and in between, or at least deny you access to them. Trust me, when we go to the Mandarin's Lair in Murder World, you'll actually see how hurting for checkpoints can be a bad thing. Now, I picked up this doll for striking, and I think this is the second emitter, so we might as well get rid of that one too. Now we might as well just deal with it. And Deadpool, I do believe he has a ability where he drains people's health, I think, by putting a mark on them. His bullets can actually drain people's health as well, and he has a sword slash. And we got back Iron Man and Luke Cage. The team's complete, and now it's time for payback.
You are
Deadpool is definitely good for this stage. Oh yeah, did I also mention that he didn't used to break the fourth wall? Yeah, Deadpool didn't used to break the fourth wall. He was kind of he was a serious person, that Wade Wilson character. But unfortunately, he got cancer, and he had a couple of writers, and yeah, all of a sudden, he pretty much stopped giving two fucks about the fourth wall and just broke it every chance he got.
I've located the trespassers.
Oh, yeah. That was that last emitter we needed to deal with. So we're gonna do that right now before we actually finish. Oh, that leads to the next area. We can't leave until that emitter has been dealt with. And so long as the emitter is there, the Atlantians, for some reason, will gain some ridiculous strength. Speaking of which, this is the clan we need to free an Atlantian from. By doing this, the Atlantian will give you a secret code for the chest that happens to be housing a Daredevil figurine. So make sure you get that before coming here. I mean, yes, you can come back here, but you may have to come back here after you beat the game if you miss out on this. So make sure you get that first. For the time being, we are going to be heading over to this area here, and we're going to break up the Sonic Emitter. Come on, let's go to the Sonic Emitter. And it should be the last of them. Now, everything's great. Everything's fantastic as far as the Atlanteans are concerned.
With the Sonic
They're no
emitters
longer
destroyed,
acting an ass,
my people will
right?
eventually return to normal.
Right?
Now you should get to the throne room of Atlantis
Of
as
course
fast as
they're
you
going to
can.
still fight you, because they're going to
Yes.
pretty
And who
much
knows
fight
what
in
he'll
the
do when he
name of
finds out you're
Attuma.
ruining his
Because
plans.
they don't know that Attuma and the Masters of Evil have joined forces to overthrow Namor. Just as I was about to try to find out where the treasure chest is, which by the way is hidden near a submarine, unfortunately, the worst thing that could possibly happen to me ends up happening. And that is my computer blue screen in the middle of the recording session. That sucks. So yes, folks, word of warning, save your game in case something like blue screens happen to happen while you're trying to record. Oh, by the way, here's a submarine, there's a chest, there's a well, depth charge, and yeah, we got that Daredevil doll, and I do believe this is also Deadpool stuff. Hold on. There we go. Deadpool got his gloves, and there's automatically equipped to him. Now, in case you probably haven't been paying attention to my playthrough, there are personal items equipped to Deadpool or equipped to everyone. When they have like a certain person's items, you can equip it to only that person. But any other drops that people would get, you could equip them no problem. Now, if you're wondering what that symbol was, that was the make your own team symbol. And folks, the make your own team symbol is basically you just creating your team, picking one of the symbols that you have, and putting a team together. And if you stick with that team for a while, it'll gain reputation, and the reputation level will allow your team to be stronger than what they already are. So we're gonna head over to the throne room, and that's probably where it's gonna be our stopping point, because once again we will have ourselves a boss battle upon encountering the throne room. Although we have ourselves a loading screen. And by the way, that's Tiger Shark right next to Attuma. Both of these guys are people that tries to overthrow Namor, and I think they're Submariner villains. However, Submariner was only a one-shot comic and also a villain in Fantastic Four, sometimes hero. It all depends. But whatever the case, folks, we're gonna have to beat up some people and make our way through Atlantis, but we're also gonna go to the save point, and oh, right, they steal that pearl too. Alright, folks.
Destroy the trespasser.
Let's open up a can of whoop ass, and then we'll save, and after that, we will take care of Attuma and Tiger Shark. But we had to make sure we cleared the area first before we actually save, because enemies attacking you will prevent you from saving. So on that note, this is RVman 985. I will save this here, and we will proceed into the throne room and try to open a way to Attuma and also to Tiger Shark and beat those guys in part 12. See you guys next time.